crazy mother.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Okay, at first, I know I said I was gonna make trick tip videos on Saturdays, but right now my schedule is just like, it's just all messed up. So I'm just gonna make this video today. Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is today, but anyway, I'm gonna make a trick tip video, guys. And as you guys can see by the title, it's gonna be on Nollie Heel. I got a request to do this trick, I think a couple of times, and I've also got a request to do backside flip a couple times, but I'm not really good at backside flip, so I'm just gonna stick to Nollie Heels, and then I'll just do backside flip. I'll do a backside flip trick tip video when I get a little bit better at that trick. So I'm gonna still have to work on that trick too before I make the video, but that one will be like, I don't know, hopefully pretty soon, because I've been working on them quite a bit. It's so fucking hot, guys. It's like almost December and it's like 1,000,000 degrees still. What the hell? But anyway, guys, Nollie Heel flip. Oh, and actually I'm gonna make a Smith grind trick tip too, because I got requested to do that one too a long time ago, and I just never got around to it, and I'm gonna do that one soon. As soon as I just need to find something to do a Smith grind on, and then I'll make that video. Since I started filming, like, I started sweating so much just because it's so hot. Hi, plane. I'm gonna have to try and make this video quick because we already got kicked out basically, and the security guard is right there. She's riding her bike. What do you mean? Oh. Okay. All right, that was the security guard I was talking about. She basically like kicked us out already, almost. Well, not almost, like she said, well, basically she was like, you guys can't really be over here. But right now she just came back and said, if you see like a golf cart, it's her supervisor and we can't skate. So I guess we're gonna have to be on the lookout for whoever that is. But that was a cool security guard. So there's still good security guards in the world, guys. So I guess that's just the only person we have to look out for. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna try and make this video as fast as I can because I don't want to get kicked out before I even make the video or in the middle of me making the video. So I'm just get right to the Nollie Heel flip. All right, you guys, this trick isn't really like most of the trick tips I've done, because most of the trick tips I've done, they're kind of like easy tricks, except I did a hard flip one, and hard flips aren't really that easy. I mean, if you have the feel for certain tricks, then they'll be easy for you. But Nollie Heel flip is definitely like one of the hardest tricks like I've had to learn. But since I did learn it, it's like definitely one of my favorite tricks. And hopefully if this video helps you guys learn it, hopefully it'll be one of your guys' favorite tricks, because it's just a super fun trick. It's like super fun to do, and it feels really good. And I don't know, it's just like the feeling of like a nollie trick. I don't know, I just really like nollie tricks. I like nollie tricks a lot better than fakie tricks. But like I said, this trick is one of those hard tricks, so I'm gonna try it and explain in detail how to do it, because most of the tricks, like I said, like most of the trick tips that I've done, they're kind of easy tricks. But this is definitely one of the hardest tricks, and hopefully this video helps you guys learn Nollie Heels. So here we go, I'm gonna get right into it. Okay, you guys are gonna wanna have your nollies down pretty good. You're gonna wanna have them pretty good, like to the point where like you can nollie over something small. And I want to say like nollie pop shove it and nollie front pop, just because like it'll give you the feel of like popping a nollie trick and like catching and landing a nollie trick. I was gonna say like nollie 180s, but I don't really think you need to have those. They're kind of easy, so if you guys just want to like do those before you try and learn Nollie Heels, you can, just to get the feel of more nollie tricks. But you guys are definitely gonna want to have nollies really good and nollie shove it's. That nollie shove it was kind of sketchy, but like I said, I'm gonna try and make this video quick before we get kicked out, because I don't want to get kicked out like right now and then just like have to go somewhere else to make the video. After you guys have your nollies down and your nollie shove it's and you're like comfortable with trying Nollie Heels, you guys are gonna want to get into your foot placement. Okay, so how I have my front, and I'm goofy, guys, so if you guys are goofy, this will be easy for you. But if you're regular, then just do the same thing but with your opposite foot. But basically how I have my front foot is just like a nollie. Like I don't change it at all. Okay, I lied. I do change it just a little bit, but basically I have my front foot just like a nollie, but what you're gonna want to do is tilt it just a little bit like that, so it's pointing just a little bit like that. Front foot, you're gonna want to have it just like a nollie, just how you guys do your nollies, but point it out just a little bit. Your other foot, you're gonna want to have basically just like a regular heel flip with your regular foot, but with this it's a little bit different because it's nollie. And I feel like you're gonna wanna have your foot hanging off just a little bit more. Basically right where your toes like start to bend, that's where you're gonna wanna have, that's basically where you're gonna wanna have your foot lined up with the board, just like that. Okay, and a lot of problems like with nollie heels is basically popping the board and then like it doesn't flip right, like you pop it and then it just goes straight up, and then you know that just doesn't end well. Like I don't even want to demonstrate it because I might hurt myself, but this is basically like what I'm talking about. All right, so basically you guys are gonna want to have your foot placement just like I said, but it is kind of like personal preference, however you guys feel comfortable. But like what works best for me and what I've learned is having your foot right on the edge of the board, right where your toes start to bend. And when you pop down like a nollie, like you're gonna want to pop it exactly like a nollie. And when you flick, like as you guys can see, like I have rips right here from doing like switch heels and nollie heels, but my foot placement is the same basically for both tricks, and like right here. So these two spots are what's gonna like these two areas of your shoe is what's gonna make the board flip. This is hard to film with one hand, but anyway, basically when you pop, you're gonna wanna take this part of your foot and slide it, and you don't wanna flick it out like a kickflip, because that's like a kickflip is like a totally different trick. What you're gonna wanna do is basically like hit the nose of your board, and that's what's gonna make it stop from going upwards. So when you pop, you're gonna wanna like flick out like this and have it go off the top of your board. Of course, you're gonna wanna have it flick more off this side, but like your whole heel is gonna wanna scrape against this part. And that's what's gonna make it flip a lot easier. And that's gonna stop it from going straight up like this. The security guard came.
Those skateboards.
Man.
Those two?
Wait, so we gotta go somewhere else?
Yeah, because it's private property. Y'all know that, come on.
All right, so we just got kicked out, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else. Fuck, that is exactly what I did not want to happen. But anyway, all right, so we got kicked out, so we're gonna have to go to another parking lot. Like this is crazy. I just want to make my trick tip video. All of this just to make a trick tip video, guys. You see how much work I go through to make these videos for you guys? All right, you guys, we just made it to another parking lot. This is turning into like a vlog, and it's just a trick tip video. But don't worry, guys, this is not a vlog, it's just a trick tip. But yeah, if we get kicked out of here, I'm gonna be very, very upset because like I'm just trying to make a trick tip video. That's all I'm trying to do. Please leave a like on this video, guys, because I did a lot for this video and it's only a trick tip video. Like trick tip videos aren't supposed to be hard to make, but this has become very difficult. So please leave a like for my struggles. I'll appreciate it. All right, so anyway, guys, basically I just left off like I was gonna do a bunch of nollie heels. So I'm gonna just continue, you know, the video just by doing a bunch of nollie heels and then getting like more into detail on how to do it. So here we go, nollie heels. Okay guys, like I said earlier, if you guys have your nollies really good, you're already gonna have like that motion of like your back foot rolling against the tail. And when you do nollie heel, it's basically the same thing, except you just wanna flick it off the boards to make it flip. And like I said, guys, when you pop the board, you're gonna wanna pop it just like a nollie. So after you pop it just like a nollie, what you're gonna wanna do is flick. You're gonna wanna flick it off the side, but make sure you're flicking it way off the tail so it flips right over here. So when you guys do it, you're gonna wanna flick it out just like this. Like as you guys can see, like the rips from my shoes are right there and right there. That's where you're gonna wanna flip from your foot. So pop it just like a nollie. When you flick, make sure to flick it out. And another important thing is after you jump. Okay, now if you guys are familiar with my trick tip videos, what I usually say is jump straight up over your board and it should just flip right under you. Well, you're gonna wanna do the same thing with this trick, but at the same time, with your front foot, you're gonna wanna like jump straight up, but you're gonna wanna push the board forward with your front foot. So like right as you pop, you're gonna wanna like push it forward like that, just to get the momentum of like it going forward with you. But keep in mind, you're still gonna wanna jump straight up. Like you don't wanna jump too far forward or too far back. You're gonna wanna jump straight up, but give it a little push with your front foot right when you pop it. And then after you do that, it should like the nollie heel motion of the board should just like work for you. And basically after you push it with your front foot, because look, like with your front foot you want to push it like that. It's like kind of hard to explain, so you're just gonna have to like stand on your board and like feel what I'm talking about basically. But you're gonna want to push it with your front foot down, and don't forget to flick off the tail. Like don't try and flick it like off right here like a kickflip. It's not gonna work. That's what makes your board go straight up like that, and you don't want that to happen because you know you have very sensitive things right here. So when you pop, you're gonna want to flick it off the tail, but more off the tail like over on this side. You don't want to flick it exactly straight because it's not gonna flip like a heel flip. But so what you're gonna want to do is with your heel, just like flick it off the very top of your tail. Like, of course, like flick it off the side, but you're gonna want to make sure it's at the top. So after you push it down with your front foot, and you flick it just like that, jump straight up, guys. That's where jumping straight up comes into play. Basically, pop it down with your front foot, flick. After you flick, your back foot is already gonna be in the air. So when you pop, make sure your front foot jumps out of the way so it can flip just like that. And then once you see your grip tape, that's when you're gonna wanna stomp it down and land it. Now, you don't really need to focus on catching it with your back foot or anything like that, because you're just learning this trick, so you don't have to really worry about that. That stuff doesn't come until you're already comfortable with the trick. You can already do the trick and like you feel like you can catch it any way you want. So when you're first learning this trick, don't really focus on that. Just focus on the pop, the flick, and jumping, and then seeing your grip tape and landing however you can, because you're just learning this trick. You don't need to like try and land it. You don't need to try and land it like Shane O'Neill basically. You just want to land it however you can, because this is like the first time you guys are learning it. You don't need to focus on how you're gonna catch it just yet. You basically like don't even need to catch it at all. Like, I'm not trying to teach you guys how to land it as clean as possible. I'm just teaching you guys how to do it, because once you learn it, you can basically land it however you want. You can like get more of a feel for the trick, and you can catch it however you want. You can catch it with your back foot if you want, but right now I'm just teaching you guys basically the basics of the trick and how to make it work. Like I said before, this is one of the more difficult tricks, so it's definitely gonna take some time. You guys are gonna wanna, like, this is like a trick that you're gonna invest a lot of time into trying to learn. So you just have to be really patient. It will work for you. If you guys have nollies, nollie shove-its, all the other nollie simple tricks, you know, nollie heel flip is next. You guys are gonna have this one. It's easy once you understand how to flip it and how to jump with it. It's gonna be really easy for you. But as you're first learning it, it's not that simple. But like I said, once you guys have this trick, it'll definitely be one of you guys' favorite tricks because it just feels really good. But yeah, like I said, you guys are just gonna wanna like put a lot of time into this trick. All right. And like I said, I'm goofy, so if you guys are goofy, this is gonna like make sense to you. So if you're regular, you know, just do the same thing but with your opposite foot. Basically, when I roll for the trick, this is my foot placement. So you're gonna want to have it to look a little bit something like this. Your front foot is gonna be just like a nollie, but slanted a little bit more that way. When you pop, push the board a little bit forward. Like, I don't know how to really explain it, so you're just gonna have to like stand on your board and like basically like get a feel for it, like get a feel for what I'm trying to say. But you're gonna want to push it forward with your front foot, but make sure you jump straight up after you pop it. Back foot, right where your toe starts to bend, that's where you're gonna want to have it bend. That's what you're gonna want to have hanging off. After you pop and push forward a little bit, flick just like this off the top of your board, of course over here on this side to get it to flip this way. But you guys are gonna want to flick it. And you guys are gonna want to flick it quite hard too, because it's not like a kick flip where like it's like easy and delicate to flip. You're using like the whole backside of your foot to flip the board. So you're gonna need to like flip it a little bit harder. I don't really think like over flipping it is like a problem with nollie heels. Like, I never really over flip my nollie heels, or like any heel flip trick for that matter. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just me, but like my heel flip tricks, they never really over flip. That's only with like my kick flip tricks. So yeah, guys, pop, push it with your front foot, flick out with your back foot all the way off the top. The back side of your foot, like all of this part right here, is what's making the board flip, and you want to flick it off at about like right here. You don't want to flick it off over here like a kick flip. You're gonna want to use the whole back of your foot and just flip it out like that, and it should just work perfectly for you guys. All right, guys, last time I was at this parking lot, we did get kicked out, so I'm gonna wrap up the video, guys. Hopefully these these tips helped you guys. It's definitely one of my favorite tricks. But anyway, hopefully these tips helped you guys. And if you guys are having a problem with your nollie heels, let me know in the comments like what that problem is, and I'll try and help you guys as best as I can by replying to your comment. But other than that, like hopefully like these tips helped you guys. These tips are like what works best for me. So hopefully like they'll work for you guys. I mean, it is like every trick is basically like personal preference. So basically however your feet are comfortable, however like you feel it's right, is basically what's gonna have you like, you know, feel more comfortable with that trick. I'm sorry for the wind, guys. These tips are what basically helped me and like how I do the trick. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna help like a bunch of you guys, but like I said, it is personal preference. But hopefully, I really hope that this video helped you guys with this trick. Like I said, it is difficult and you guys are gonna wanna invest a lot of time into learning this trick. But yeah, I just really hope you guys get it. Like I said, if you guys have like problems that I like didn't like go over, leave them in the comments and I'll like reply to your comments and I'll try to help you guys out as best as I can in the comments. Other than that, let me know if this video helped you guys. Let me know if you guys actually learned this trick because of this video. If you guys did like the video, please leave a like. I went through a lot of trouble to make this video. Like this video was not supposed to take me this long to make. It's been like hours, like literally it's been hours. Anyway guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave comments on what tricks you guys want me to do a trick tip on next. I will be doing backside flip and Smith grind, but other than that, just let me know in the comments like what tricks you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up?